Hello everyone, welcome to the series of Complete Python specially designed for GATE Data Science and Artificial Intelligence. In this session, we will solve some practice question from GATE DA. Let's start with the first question. So what we need to do, we need to find out the output of the given code. So this code is given to us and we need to find out the output. Let's check out this code. So they provide us one function over here. The function name is modify list. Fine, okay. This is the one function they provide us. One list is also given. The name of the list is my list and the element are 4, 5, 6 in this. We are calling modify list function. We are calling this function from here and passing this list, my list, inside this function. Okay, so we are passing this list and calling this function. Fine, okay, and whatever we will get back from this function, we will store it into the result variable. After that, we will print our my list and we will also print whatever we will receive from in this result variable. Fine, okay. So let's see, okay, what this function is doing. So in this function, in this lst list, we are receiving our my list. So these elements will be there in this list 4, 5 and 6. Now after executing this statement, append function actually insert the element at the last. So this will insert 10 in this list actually. So 10 will be inserted over here. After that, okay, check out this statement. This is important. This statement will actually create a local list. So we are not modifying the list which we receive in this statement. We are creating our new local list over here. Actually in Python, whenever we define a list or any variable with the same name which we are receiving, then this statement will create a new list or a new variable will be created actually. So we are creating a new list over here and this list will shadow over the previous list actually. Okay, shadow means now whatever operations you will perform on LST on this, then that will be updated on the local list rather than this list which we are receiving as a parameter. Fine. So if we are creating the same name list, same name variable, then that this type of statement will create the local list or local variable. Okay, fine, okay. And when we are returning this list, so we are not returning this list this time, we are returning our this local list in this function. So what we have done in this function is we receive this my list, fine, and in this my list we inserted 10. So the my list value will be now 4, 5, 6 and 10. This will be my list value after executing this statement. But when we execute this another statement, this create one another local list with the value 1, 2, 3 and pass this local list. So we receive the local list in this result variable and the value of result variable will be 1, 2 and 3. Now we are printing both of these lists. My list, updated my list is this now. So we are printing 4, 5, 6 and 10, 4, 5, 6 and 10 and result list is actually our local list we are passing over here, that will be 1, 2 and 3. So output, if you will check out the options, A is the right output. We are printing 4, 5, 6, 10 which is our modified my list and we are printing this result also, which is the local list actually of this function, that is 1, 2, 3. So A is the right answer, all other are wrong, you can check out. Fine, okay, I can show you the same code in Jupyter notebook also. Okay, let's go over there and let's see, is this really we are getting the same answer what we have discussed over here. So I'm going to the Jupyter notebook and executing this same code. This is the same code which we have discussed. Okay, if I execute this code, let me execute it and we can see that, okay, first we are printing our modified my list, means inserted 10 in this, and after that, okay, we are printing our local list. So we are passing the local list. Okay, we are passing the local list. So I'm repeating, if we are defining a local variable, local list which is having the same name which you have received, if that is having the same name, then this will shadow over the previous variable and whatever operation you will perform, like you are passing this in this list, then you will be doing all the operation in this local list now. Fine, fine, okay. You can modify, okay, one more thing we can also add, we can modify this past list also. How? If somebody want to modify this past list, then rather than writing directly list name here, what we can do, I can say that, okay, change my complete list. For example, what I can do, I am changing my complete list now. This list which I receive, I'm changing this complete list from starting to end with these variables. Okay, if I'm doing this thing, then I'm making modification in the same list, in same my list I'm making modification. Okay, and if I will execute this code now, this will print 1 2 3 1 2 3 two times. Why? Because my list we have updated over here now, this time my list. This list is pointing to my list only, and we updated it here. We do not create the new list over here. Okay, we are not creating the new list, we are updating our previous list now. Okay, so if I will execute it, two times we will print 1 2 3 1 2 3. Let me execute it. Yes, we are printing 1 2 3 because we have updated our my list with this statement, and we are printing this 1 2 3 because we are passing the 1 2 3 in this list itself. Okay, that is 1 2 3 only, and that is stored in the result, and we are printing that. That's it. Fine. Okay, now let's move to the second question, second practice question. I'm going to my PPT back. Yeah, this is the right answer, the same which we have discussed. Now let's move to the second question. Okay, this is the second practice question. Let's check out. Again, we need to find the output in the given code. This code is almost similar to the previous question itself, little modification is there. So let's check out. They define the function over here, they give us a my list, a list they define, a variable also is there now, and we are calling this modify list function. This time we are passing two parameters, one is list and another one is this variable, and we are printing four things over here: my list, result which we will get, this number what we will get, and this variable we will get. Okay, so let's see what this function is doing. So in this function we are passing this list 4 5 and 6, this list we are passing, and we are passing the variable value 10, so we are passing 10. Fine. Okay, when we execute this statement, then we are appending 10 in this list. Let me append. So we are updating this list itself. Okay, we appended 10 in this, inserted 10 at the last by executing this statement. This statement, now we know that, okay, we are updating now this list itself. Okay, we are not creating a new list because I have not written just the name over here. I have written, okay, I'm making a modification from starting to end. I'm updating my previous list itself from starting to end. So my previous list will be updated in place of 4 5 6 10, that will be 1 2 3. Okay, so in place of this 4 5 6 and 10 was also here due to this statement, now that is 1 2 3. So my list is now pointing to here. This variable is also pointing over here, list lst. So okay, my list value is now 1 2 3 after executing this statement. Where, okay, see, we defined a variable over here which is having the same name which we have passed in this function. So this statement will again create a new local variable. This will create a local variable, and whatever operation you want to perform on var, you will perform now on local variable. So you are passing this variable, this will be your local variable you will be passing. Okay, and this list you are passing, actually the value is 1 2 3. This lst is itself pointing to this list itself. Okay, which is my list is also pointing over here, lst variable is also pointing over here. Okay, we have not created a new local list, but we created a local variable. So we passed this 1 2 3 list in this. So I can say that, okay, in the result we receive a list of 1 2 3, and in this num we receive 20. Actually we pass 20 from here, and my list is also updated to 1 2 3. Actually my list is also updated to 1 2 3, and this where variable we have not updated, this one is not updated. This statement will not update our this variable. Okay, so this variable value will be 10 only. So if we will print it, so this will be the output. Let's check out. So first we are printing my list whose value is 1 2 3, yes, and then we are printing result whose value is again 1 2 3, yes. Again we are printing now num value is 20, yes, we are getting 20, and the var value is 10 over here, so we are printing 10. Fine, erase the screen. Okay, now let's go back to our Jupyter notebook and try to execute the same code. So here is the same code which we have discussed right now, and if I will execute this code, let me see if I am getting the same result or not. Yes, I am getting the same result, but we have discussed the value of my list is actually 1 2 3, yes, which is updated due to this statement, and the value of result is actually 1 2 3, which is returned from here, from this return statement, and the value of num is 20, which is returned, we are returning this var from here and receiving it into the num. So num value is 20, and but we are not updating this var, so the value remain 10 over here. Fine, okay, this is the same output we are getting. So that's it for this session. Stay tuned, meet you in the next class.